proposal which under consideration will raise the limit to 2 crores. Now up to 1 crore we are giving the subsidy. Up to 1 crore limit we are giving the purchase of machinery. Up to 1 crore we are giving the subsidy, but we would like to sort of scale it up to 2 crores so that total subsidy limits becomes 30 crores. So this is another popular scheme of the ministry which many of the small entrepreneurs can avail of. And whenever you are going to a bank, you have to ask them that we would also like to avail of the the benefit of the CLCSS scheme floated by the ministry. So there is a form which you have to fill simultaneously. As soon as the last installment of the loan is released, the subsidy goes to your account, and there is an online system of application as well as monitoring of the scheme. Similarly, CGT-MSE scheme, it is also an online system of monitoring. In fact, for that matter, for all the schemes of the ministry, almost all the schemes of the ministry now we have gone for an online system of application to facilitate transparency and quickness in sort of delivery of the financial assistance or other assistance that is available through these schemes. So, there is also a very popular scheme known as Prime Minister's Employment Rozgar Yojana. That would be, of course, mainly concerned for the micro enterprises or new, unemployed sort of youth or upcoming entrepreneurs who want to set up small units. And that is a very good scheme. Here, what happens, we are not only providing the training facility, but also we are providing a maximum subsidy of 35% subject to a maximum of 25 lakhs. It's a very popular scheme of the ministry, and in fact it is the flagship scheme of the ministry, accounting almost for half of the budget of the ministry. And there is a cluster development program where we are giving a sort of subsidy up to 10 crores for setting up of common facility centers. There is also an infrastructure development component of this scheme where we are giving subsidy up to 15 crores, for developing the infrastructure within an industrial estate. Then apart from that, you people must have heard about a very popular scheme of the ministry, National Manufacturing Competitiveness Program. And this scheme is essentially geared to assist small scale units to increase their competitiveness so that they also compete in the international market. There are 10 components of this program, and essentially they are geared to sort of render competitiveness through technological upgradation of the MSME units. I think there are important components. We help for design development under this scheme. There is a component known as design component. There is a component known as lean manufacturing component. There is a component known as technology upgradation component. There is an energy efficiency component. There is an IP component, intellectual property component. Then there is a incubation component. This is a very well-designed scheme keeping the modern MSME sector's requirements in view. And in each of these components, we are addressing to the technological upgradation and competitiveness improvement of the MSME units. And in each of these components, there is a subsidy component to assist the MSME units to go for these improvements in their manufacturing process and improvement in their marketing sort of interventions, etc. And Mr. Jadavendra is there. He would be happy to sort of give you the details of the facility, the details of the assistance that is provided by this ministry under this important scheme of National Manufacturing Competitive Program. These are some of these. Apart from that, of course, you all know that NSIC is there, which is giving the raw material assistance to the MSME sector. Then also they have got a portal, marketing portal, where they assist you for B2B and B2C connectivity. Then they also run a very popular scheme known as credit rating scheme. Under that scheme, we give subsidy to the credit rating agency when a MSME unit wants to go for a credit rating. That helps the MSME unit for having access to the credit facility, etc. So that's a scheme which is run through the National Small Industry Corporation. So these are some of the, I am giving you an overview of some of the, got skill development interventions. There is we have got tool rooms. There are 18 tool rooms which are located in different parts of the country. They basically provide tooling facilities as well as training in tooling facility to the MSME employees. So that's a very well entrenched institutions, and given the popularity of that institution to provide employment to the technically trained people as well as to provide skilling facilities to the existing employees of the MSME sector, the ministry has decided to go for another 15 new tool rooms with the help of the World Bank assistance. And we have, of course, a host of national level institutions and for providing skill development, entrepreneurship development training to the new as well as existing entrepreneurs. And these three institutions, national level institutions located in Delhi, Hyderabad and Guwahati, they cater to the requirement of the entire country, apart from our MSME development institutions and tool rooms, which have a pan-India location, a pan-India presence. So skill development is a very important component of our activities in the ministry. We also provide management development programs for the managerial staff and for the owner entrepreneur of the MSME units. Those programs are also very popular programs. And maybe you would like to sort of hear more about these things during your discussions through the day. Then these are the schemes part. And some of the policy parts, as you all know, India is one of the few countries which have a legal basis for the MSME sector. We have a act known as MSME Development Act, which came into existence in 2006. And that gives a sort of constitutional basis to the growth of the MSME sector. As you all know, the main important features of this thing is that we have gone for a simplified system of registration of the MSME sector. Now you have to go for a EM filing, instead of going for a elaborate process of verification, etc. EM filing, entrepreneurship memorandum filing, essentially you have to just declare your intention that you want to set up a unit. That looks very simple, but the fact of the matter is that conceptually we have provided a simple mechanism for the registration of the MSME sector. And you will be happy to know that we have now, in collaboration with NIC, we have developed a software for online registration, online EM filing. And in fact, I was speaking to Mr. Das, Mr. Jadhav, that Delhi is also going to adopt this software within a month's time. He is telling. There are 10 states where this software has been already adopted, and through this software, the entrepreneurs will be able to file their EM sitting in their own office. Of course, they should have access to internet and computer, or they can go to any place where there is a computer available and they can go for EM filing. That would simplify the process, and we are aware of the fact that there are a lot of problems which entrepreneurs are facing while going for a registration with the district industry centers, etc. And we are hopeful that the system of online registration will, to a great extent, address to this issue of cumbersome process of registration, etc. And I am really happy that Delhi government has also taken, they have also taken steps to adopt this software. And if this comes into operation within the next couple of months, then many of the problems that the Delhi-based entrepreneurs are facing, that will be taken care of. Another thing which Mr. Gadia was telling in his inaugural address, and he was also discussing with me before I came to this place, that MSMEs, they do not get a second life. And it's true. It's true, the amount of difficulties they face, if suppose I am not doing well and I want to go for an honorable exit, there is no way in which I can go for an honorable exit in the existing setup. This is something which we have been getting a lot of feedbacks from the MSME entrepreneurs about the difficulty they want to face when they have the problems that they face when they want to when they have real difficulty running the unit. So keeping this thing in view, you will be happy to know that we have formulated a draft document to have an exit policy for the MSME sector, and that has been already loaded on our site. And we have asked for the comments from a distinct provision for a honorable exit for a MSME unit. I think I would request you all to have a look at the policy that has been done in collaboration with the FISME has helped us along with a very reputed law firm. We have formulated a draft policy, and please have a look at it. If you have any suggestions, etc., we'll be happy to sort of incorporate, because we are in the stage of soliciting opinion from different quarters so that this comes out as a robust policy. What is being proposed that there will be a separate chapter in the MSME Act which will be providing for a smooth sort of exit of MSMEs which run into problems for any reason. I mean, it may not be a fault of it. Many times it is not due to their fault, they have difficulties. So we would like to generally provide them a honorable sort of exit and help them to